Hey Dave, it's Brad here from Gearhead Media, and wanted to send you a quick little video on how this setup is going to work for you for your three monitors. So what I've got set up here is 1, 2, and 3 monitors. And what I'm using is what I'm sending you. This is actually the items that I'm sending you. So this is one HDMI splitter right there, and here's the second HDMI splitter. And sorry about the tangled mess. I've got this sitting on my couch because I only got one telewedge in production right now, and hopefully a bunch more towards the end of the month, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, let's get to it. So what I'm using for a device, this is an Android TV box. These work really well for actually running lyrics and stuff. You can run Band Helper or other software with Android. And but regardless of what device you use, this should be a similar setup for you. So right now I've got the output from this device, the Android device, from an HDMI cable. It's going into our first HDMI splitter right here. So there's two outputs and one input, hence it's a splitter. So what you're going to do is take your device, your output from your HDMI, and have your splitter. I would suggest housing the splitter inside the telewedge case of the very first one. So probably ideally would be say on the left part of the stage, but whoever's going to run the lyrics, that should be your number one monitor, okay, or telewedge. So this would be in the number one telewedge. This input comes out of the device. So if it's an iPad for you or whatever device you're using, a little micro PC, comes out, goes into the splitter, and then we split the signal off. So what we're going to do here now is you take one short cable, and the short cable goes into the first telewedge, the same place that this first one is going to be housed. So the short cable goes from the output into the HDMI connection of the monitor of the telewedge. The second output, you use one of these. That's a 15-foot HDMI cable I'm sending along. I've got two of them for you. So you hook up the 15-foot to the second output. You run it out of the telewedge, and you can use the front access hole, which is the hole that you use to adjust the monitor settings if you need to. You shouldn't have to, but you can if you like. Run your HDMI, the 15-foot HDMI out, and that'll go, it doesn't go into the second HDMI of the second telewedge, it goes into the second splitter. So telewedge number 2 has your second splitter in it. So the long 15-foot HDMI comes out of the first splitter, goes into the input. This is the input. The single side is the input side, and that's where the 15-foot from the first telewedge goes into the input of the splitter in the second telewedge. You then split the signal again, take a short cable, a short HDMI cable, and run that into the telewedge that this is in. So let's call that telewedge number 2. The short cable goes into the telewedge of that one. The second output does the same thing. You put the 15-foot, the second 15-foot into this output, run it out of the telewedge number 2, and you run it over to telewedge number 3. And as you can see, they're all running a nice clean signal of the exact same source. So there you go. So that's how you're going to run it. So I hope that makes sense. A suggestion for you is maybe pick up a little bit of, what do you call it? You know what I'm trying to say. Sticky tape, double-sided tape. No, don't use that because then you'll have to pick it up. Use Velcro. So put some Velcro on these if you want. You don't have to. I'm just suggesting you could put Velcro on the back of that and put it inside the cabinet, and then you can stick it down and make sure it stays there. Or otherwise, maybe you might want to try and tie those down somehow, just in case some drunken band member trips over a cable or something. But I'm always paranoid when we're playing. I don't like people tripping over my guitar stuff. But you get the general idea. Anyway, I hope that helps. I'm going to get these off to you right away, and hopefully that you have no issue with it. So once again, we have 3 telewedges are going to be working off of these two splitters, one device, and just a few HDMI cables. Okay, hope to talk to you soon.